what is your political philosophy? Are you a communist or a Marxist?
There is not communism or Marxism in our ideas. Our political philosophy is representative democracy and social justice in a well-planned economy.
Are you afraid of the idea? Do you believe that the democratic man ought to be afraid of any idea?
Dr. Castro,
I
you
am a
are a
man of
lawyer.
faith.
You are a lawyer, and I'm afraid I will have to act as a judge. We'd like you to answer our questions.
Well, I am not afraid of freedom at all.
May I ask you a question, sir? As a lawyer, and as one who has spoken very eloquently about the civil rights that must be guaranteed to the Cuban people, how do you explain...
I will never be against any right. That is my thinking in politics.
Very
I am
good.
not communist at all. But I will never be against any right.
Well, may I ask you, sir, why is it...
Compromises. I clear that question. But if you want to clear more, you can ask me.
I want to know where your heart lies in the struggle between communism and democracy. Whose side, where is your heart and where is your feeling?
Really, saying that democracy. Democracy is my idea, real. But many people used to call democracy seeing things that are not democracy. Democracy have some failings, not the idea. Those who use, some of those who use democracy were. I am not communism. I am not agree with communism. My acts prove free press in Cuba. As you know, we have the full power in Cuba. Revolution destroyed all the enemy army after a hard fight. And when we took the power, which were our systems? Free press to everybody, free ideas, free religion belief, and all those rights, those human rights that we could establish in the most abnormal, in the irregular circumstance of the changing from one system to other. There is no doubt for me between democracy and communism. But not only democracy as a word. That is why we call our ideals humanism, because we not only want to give freedoms to the people, but to give the way of getting their life, to eat, to live.
Mrs. Craig.
Dr. Castro, Senator Smathers of Florida says that you have many communists in your government. Is that so?
And because Senator Smathers said it ought to be true, I don't think that. I can, in first place, that is, I have read some list that I don't doubt that saying if it continued to discovering such communists in our government, including Adam and Eve, are going to be communists too. What I can tell that the truth is that in Florida, unfortunately, there are Rolando Masferrer, gangster, chief of gangster band, that killed about 1,000 Cubans. And I am sure that if United States people know the history of what Rolando Masferrer did in Cuba, nobody in the United States would like that man be here, asking us, living here. Lauren, Ventura, and dozens of war criminals are there in Florida. That is the only truth. I don't know why Mr. Smith said that. But I think that he investigates, he will find that he is far for giving good information about that.
An American magazine published here this week says, after a survey of Cuba, that your brother is a communist and his wife also.
And
Do you believe
how
that?
U.S. is going to know that better than myself, that is my brother and my sister-in-law. I can tell that they are not communist. It is, they speak that sometime he went to Europe in some travel when he was a student. But it would be correct to tell that Stevenson is communist because he went to Moscow. My brother was not in Moscow. Nixon is going to Moscow. But what happened is that here in the United States, any officer, any people can go to Moscow and nobody tell that he's communist. But if some Cuban, for example, go to Europe, near Europe, then very soon many people began to tell that are communists. Why can't you travel? When can you go and you are out of any suspicion? And our men cannot be.
We have been deceived in this country and have had communists in our government. Are you sure you have none in your government?
Well, that is another thing. To be sure, it is possible that there be someone, and someone fighting the war in Cuba. The Communism Party is a small one party, as there are many other parties, and as in Cuba, everybody, the 98% of the people, because in Cuba there was not civil war. Civil war was here, for example, in the United States, some part of the nation against other part. In Cuba was a war between the people of Cuba and a band of grafters and criminals. And so some of them were like of the other party. That is true, but they are influenced in government. It's nothing, not exist at all. And to prove this, what you owe is to see what are we doing in Cuba, and if we are helping communism idea, or we are helping democracy ideas, if we are helping any kind of communism idea, or really we are strengthening the love for freedom, democracy, human rights in our country. That is what you, the reporter, ought to investigate, not to write the first thing that can be heard, because that is not good way for earning friends, because nobody can earn friends without understanding. Nobody can earn good friends attacking or writing the first things. You have the same duty that we have in making this form of understanding. I came here, nevertheless, my duties in Cuba, for the best understanding. I hope you in the United States do the best too for this understanding.
Mr. Wilson.
Sentido, la ruptura de relaciones diplomáticas y del bloqueo de los Estados Unidos determina la radicalización de la Revolución Cubana, porque creo que usted, digamos que definió la vía cubana al socialismo un día antes de la invasión de Playa Girón y en el momento en que estaban siendo bombardeados los aeropuertos nacionales para preparar la invasión. ¿En qué sentido determina la radicalización de la revolución?
Yo era, desde el año 52 y desde antes del año 52, yo era socialista. Yo era marxista-leninista. Esa era mi convicción y mi educación. Yo era comunista, no era militante de un partido comunista, porque vi otras posibilidades. En esa época el Partido Comunista estaba muy aislado, había muchos prejuicios en el seno de nuestra sociedad, pero sin embargo había grandes movimientos populares que estaban contra la corrupción, el desgobierno, todo aquello. No tenían todavía una conciencia política revolucionaria, pero eran muy rebeldes, estaban muy inconformes con toda aquella situación de corrupción, desempleo, pobreza, explotación, en las masas campesinas, en las masas obreras, en las capas medias de la población, entre los estudiantes. Lo que no había era una cultura todavía socialista, una cultura marxista. Yo sí la tenía. Y un grupo del núcleo principal de dirigentes, porque yo mismo fui el predicador de esas ideas en todo ese núcleo. Ya incluso antes del Moncada nosotros nos reuníamos, hacíamos círculos de estudio, nos estudiábamos las obras de Lenin, las obras de Marx, la biografía de Mering. Me recuerdo en aquellos días la biografía de Carlos Marx por Mering. Fue uno de los libros que nosotros en círculo de estudio antes del Moncada nos estudiamos.